Dome Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Let's talk concussion, right? We're gonna talk a little Deontay Wilder because it's talk for the first time since his loss, right? And a few things. One is he's thinking about firing his co-trainer Mark Breland, right? And I'm saying please don't, right? Please don't. Don't fire Mark Breland because what he done was out of love. Now, Deontay Wilder says the reason why is because Mark Breland threw in the towel. And they've talked about this on many occasions. Don't throw in the towel because you know he has this one hit quitter and things can happen, things can change. Right? So they've talked about it. That's why Deontay Wilder is frustrated with the towel going in. Another reason why is because he was just tired, in his opinion, and not really hurt. He was more tired. He didn't have any legs, right? And the equilibrium was messing with him too, but he just didn't have any legs. He's feeling maybe he could have got the legs back and something could have happened. We've seen Deontay Wilder behind on points and things happen, but we haven't seen him that hurt before. We all know something was definitely wrong with the man, right? Definitely from round two on, everyone knows it was wrong. Something was wrong with the man, but a lot of times people, in their haste to put the man down, right? You know, and a lot of even ex-fighters and things like that. The reason why is because all the books were being broken. He was looking too good. You know, how you gonna knock out 41 from 42 people? You know, somebody beat this man. Or, you know, the legacies. You know, a lot of people, you know, worry about their legacies. The man was looking too good, right? And then, you know, the BTBG in America, ain't nobody, you know, there's a brother here. Get out the way. I'm glad you lost. The bottom line, right? And so you have those elements going into it, right? And so therefore, there's no people that with no empathy. You know, oh man, what happened to him? Deontay Wilder also stated, for example, that heavy ass suit he had on, about 40 pounds of suit he had on. You know, if you gained 19 pounds for the fight and got another 40 on, that's 60 pounds that them little skinny legs ain't used to having. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, plus the other injuries that his team is not stating, I know there's some more stuff going on too, but I think his team's not stating them. I got a little theory of why they're not, right? And I think they're doing the right thing by not, right? You don't want to hone in people, you know, people smell blood and they come. Just leave that alone. But the obvious things, that heavy ass suit, which J. Diaz was talking about already, but whatever it is, it's going to be viewed as excuses from Deontay Wilder. Ain't nobody gonna have any feelings for him. This ain't Pacquiao, you know. This ain't somebody. This is brother here. No one cares. You know what I'm saying? Black lives don't matter, right? Because when we were talking about that, there were kids that were being shot by police all the time. Kids. So no one cares, you know. People don't. You see anybody mad at them, calling them names for even bringing it up. You see what I'm saying? But that's how this is America. So at the end of the day, you know, Deontay Wilder can say what he wants. Nobody's going to feel that, but it's good to hear him just say something. Bottom line is this: I don't think he should fire his trainer, co-trainer, because what he was doing is out of love. You know, there's a possibility Deontay Wilder could have got his legs back and maybe, you know, pull out the sensational KO coming from behind or something like that. You know, that was robbed from him being able to do that. But on the same token, it was also saving you from probably being splattered. You know, Tyson Fury didn't look like he was going to stop, you know, knocking his head in. It didn't look like he was going to stop approaching him. You know what I mean? And the rights that Wilder was trying to throw on the little legs weren't, you know, that potent. So I think Mark Breland made a good decision out of love, out of let's fight for another day, right? They had never seen Wilder like that. And it's not so much Fury. Although I don't want to never take nothing from Fury because of the simple fact that that would be sour grapes. We don't want to do that. But it ain't all of a sudden Fury is so powerful and blah blah whatever, man. I've been watching Fury since first fight. It ain't all that powerful. You know what I'm saying? And people, you know, McDermott looked better than Wilder did in this fight. Chisora looked better than Wilder did in this fight. Anybody he fought, Cunningham looked better than Wilder did in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Wilder didn't just get that bad overnight. We obviously know something was wrong with the damn man. Stop acting like all of a sudden Wilder was just, he'd been trashed the whole time, like all of other. That's people who've been wanting to hate in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't matter, right? Those are the ones like right now, Tyson Fury is considered, like I told you guys, he's going to be considered one of the all-time greats now. by beating Wilder and Klitschko, right? Even though he barely beat Klitschko, right? And Wilder knocked his ass down the first time. He actually has a loss against Wilder. But no, he's going to be considered one of the greatest of all time. Wilder wins that fight per KO. It wouldn't have been no discussions. It would have been what's wrong with Fury. That I can't prove that, now can I? Can't prove that. I just know through history and how people like that. With Wilder beats Fury KO, same thing, round 7 KO. Everybody would be talking about what's wrong with Fury. Fury's not really all that good and all that. That's why this phase here, even though it's hard for some Deontay Wilder fans, this phase here is imperative that this happens. Because what happens with all the Fury thing, Fury don't retire and they fight again, and Wilder wins that fight. There's no taking this back, how good Fury is. And they will try. Because I always will continue to bring up Pacquiao and Mayweather. Pacquiao was all of that until he got neutralized. And then they start blaming Mayweather, getting mad at him and saying it was boring, you ain't going to be the greatest of all time, and none of that. He neutralized the hell out of Pacquiao. You see what I'm saying? And the biggest fight and everything, and the reason why why was that the biggest fight? Because people thought Pacquiao was gonna beat the brother. He didn't, and sour grapes, and they can get outraged at stuff like that. Brothers, we can't. This country is built on slavery. Brothers will try to cater to what a white person thinks. It is in your loins. Get over that. Get out of that. That's what happened with Pacquiao and Mayweather. Instead of us celebrating such an awesome performance from Mayweather, brothers too, talking about it was a boring fight. And that fight was not boring. Wasn't even close to being boring. Right? You saw a masterpiece and ignored it. Like when we saw some art. When you don't understand art. Because to us it looked like somebody just threw something on the damn canvas. And then they call it art because they put the sign and name under it. So that's why we don't understand art, because I don't. It's a scam business in my opinion. But hey, it is what it is. It's art. Well, that was art too. Mayweather beating Pacquiao was art. But a lot of people didn't understand it. And a lot of them don't want to understand it because the wrong one won. So here you have Tyson Fury winning and no excuses, even though there was a lot of stuff going on. We're talking about even the rabbit punches. Said something in round 5. There was a lot of rabbit punch. The one that put him down was a rabbit punch. But if you say something about it, it's going to be sour grapes. No one cares, right? It's the other way around. We got rabbit punches outraged about the rabbit punches. Rabbit punches thrown from the beginning. Now Wilder's pissed off about it because your boy Kenny Bayless, came to him in the dressing room and told him, and listen, any rabbit punches hitting late, I'm gonna take even 2 points from you. That's what he told him that. And then so he's looking up when he get hit by a rabbit punch and he's down, he's looking up at him, nothing happened. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of little things, but when you talk about it, it's going to be viewed as sour grapes. No one's gonna, I'm a brother, right? So I'm obviously for Wilder and this and that, and so no one's gonna really listen to what I'm saying here or others. The bottom line is this: first of all, that fight, let it be what it be. Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight. Make sure if he's an all-time great too, great, all of that. Have the trilogy. Just be careful if Wilder wins, because then he's one of the greatest. He always a great all-time great already from his knockout ratio and all the stuff he's been doing so far that people ignore, right? But if he beats Tyson, then you have it, because Tyson's an all-time great now, right? Very best heavyweight, no doubt about it, no matter what happened. Other thing is this, right? That heavy-ass suit, well, you'd probably learn from that, right? We'll see what happens with Deontay Wilder's weight. Really don't care about that. The main thing here is Mark Breland been with him from the beginning. I don't think Wilder, he's a king. You act different. I'm expecting Wilder to act a little bit different than the normal mortals, right? That can't control their emotions and just follow people, blindly. I think that Deontay Wilder should keep Mark Breeden. If he wants to bring somebody in that's more defensive orientated, no problem with that. But I don't think he should change his team just because of this has happened. Because I think even if you're pissed off at Mark Breland, talk to him man to man and be like, well, just don't do that again. It's going to still be hard, because if he sees you, he loves you. You're not just a paycheck for him. And he sees you in that kind of situation, which never was before, and seeing that, he's trying to protect you so you can fight and talk and get ready for the next fight. And you can't really blame him for loving you. You understand? So therefore, just talk about it and figure out what you're going to do in the future. But I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it's a good move to fire trainer Mark Breeden. Other than that, keep doing what you're doing, homeboy. We got your back. Dome Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.